I almost cried when you did that kiss thing before we left. That was special. Seymour, you getting your rub down? You like that? We're happy to see you, Seymour. Although, you know what? A lot of times when we go out, then we get put on what, oh, I don't know what I can call it here, but a list. A list of, we're in trouble list. And
we get blacklisted.
We get blacklisted, yeah, by Seymour. And he ends up going and sleeping on the cat castle instead of sleeping with us. So we might be on that list tonight. He's being lovey-dovey now, but then when it comes to bed, he might either go sleep out on the chair in the living room or go sleep on the cat castle. So, but we're happy to see you, Mr. Seymour.
One more reason not to go to that buffet.
Yeah, we'd rather hang out with you.
Yeah, we'd rather hang out with you, Seymour, and Allie, and Henry, too.
See you later. I love you. I love you, too. And I love you. We saw 2 days ago where we went out and celebrated, and now we're going to celebrate on his official birthday. And he has a special place that he wants to go.
When I was a kid, my dad used to take me to a certain restaurant to eat because I didn't eat much of anything when I was a little kid. I didn't like anything. And so my dad, God bless him, was trying to figure out what to do. And so he ended up taking me to a certain place. And I've been missing my dad lately. And I thought this would be nice to go to this place for my birthday. It'll be a way of honoring his memory too. I wanted to go on Father's Day, but didn't get to do it because I was doing other things. But I think this will be really nice. It'll be very interesting. It'll be fun. I think it'll bring back memories of my dad, and I'll enjoy it too. Hopefully you'll enjoy it.
But actually, I'm eating somewhere else. But I'll enjoy it. I'm actually getting a different kind of. It's a similar food, but it's from a different place. And
yeah.
Dana, if you're watching, you know where it is. You know what it is, and you liked it. But yeah, because I'm not really into what he's eating, and so I said, "Oh, would it be okay if I got something over at this place instead?" And he said, "Sure."
Yeah, why not? You should have a little celebration of your own.
Well, I figure if we're going to spend the money, why should we spend it on something I don't want?
Right.
But yeah, I'm glad we're going to this place. Sal's been talking about it for a while. Sal's dad's birthday is in June, Father's Day, and then his dad's birthday, and so he's been wanting to go for quite a while. So I'm glad we're finally going. It'll be a nice way to celebrate Sal's birthday.
Exactly. I think it's something that we'll remember.
First, we stopped at Louie's Texas Red Hots to pick up my food. Here's my food. Louie's Texas Hot Dogs is a place that I used to go to with my mother when I was little. Me and my mom used to get pizzas, and we used to get these Texas hot dogs, and we had to go pretty far to get them. They didn't have one, the one that we go to now. I don't know if it was there back then. And you go and you order the hot dogs, and then you watch them make them, and it was just a fun thing, and I always remember it, and I always really liked them. So I'm excited about having these. I haven't had these in years, I think. Possibly not since Full Tiny House came to see us back in 2020. We got them when they came.
We're at Ted's Hot Dogs.
You're not getting hot dogs, are you?
No.
You didn't get what you used to get with your dad?
I'm gonna try, yeah.
Okay. This is what Sal got. This is all his.
Father, thank you for this meal. We thank you, Father, for these things. In Jesus' name, amen. Ready?
Okay, birthday boy, you excited about your meal?
Yeah, this is for my dad. Happy birthday, Dad. Not just for me, but for you also. So as much as you want, son. As much as you want. When I came from with my dad back then, I would be lucky if I ate half of this thing.
It has onion, mustard, and Texas hot sauce. And I believe it's a Greek thing. The Texas hot has no connection to Texas, and it's served mostly in the Buffalo, Western New York area. The only place I know of is Buffalo. So, I'm excited.
Wow.
Good.
Nice and fried. Yeah, I remember even these I kind of was having trouble eating when he first started taking me, and then I warmed up to them, you know what I mean?
You had trouble eating?
I had trouble trying to eat these, not to finish them, you know what I mean? But then I started liking them. I think what happened was I had it with the fries, and I started liking the fries, and then just, you know, the whole experience was cool. You can have a drink too, huh? You got refills. Nothing fancy, just a hamburger, you know? For many years after that, that's all I would get, would be hamburgers, because that's what I got. My dad would order for me. I didn't taste anything other than that until I was like 16 years old. I went to Montreal for the summer, and my cousin went to McDonald's, took me to McDonald's, and he ordered a Big Mac for me, and I got hooked.
I wanted to note that Sal came to Ted's Hot Dogs, but he got all hamburgers. Sal and his sister both didn't like meat. And you know what? I didn't like meat when I was a kid either. And one time I was a kid and I was really young, but I remember. And there was this kid upstairs named Joey, and he and I went to the store, and I didn't eat. My mom was having hot dogs and I didn't want them, and I fainted. I fainted on the way to the store or on the way back or something, and they thought it was because I didn't eat. But I never liked meat, and Sal didn't like meat. And now we're trying to be carnivore. My mom actually used to take me out to a place for hamburgers too. It was called Carol's Hamburgers. It was probably cheaper than McDonald's, that's why we went there, and it was closer to our house. But we used to eat them, and then they used to have these contests. And I went there once, and I went to open the door, and I opened the wrong door, and the door all the glass came crashing down on me, and it hit my leg. And then we went in there, and you know, I had to go to the hospital and all that stuff. And then they had this contest, and they would give me these stacks of these coupons for the contest so I could win a lot of stuff, like free hamburgers and stuff. Crumbs. Eating the crumbs.
Very special. It's not much. It's just hamburgers and fries and a Pepsi, but my dad didn't, you know, wasn't anything fancy either, and so I got a little emotional during this, I almost felt like my dad's voice was in the background saying, just enjoy yourself. Stop being emotional, just go eat and enjoy your meal. And that's how my dad was. One interesting tidbit about Ted's and the hamburgers that we had, or that I had today, did a little bit of research to see how much hamburgers were when originally my dad was taking me here. And how much did we pay, hon, for these hamburgers today?
$5.59
A hamburger.
each.
Well, back when my dad was bringing me here, we paid 18 cents a hamburger, around 18 cents a hamburger. Wow, what a difference.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, obviously, but times change.
Here we are back home, and we did 2 days of birthday celebrating. Not 2 days in a row. We did Monday and Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, and tomorrow Sal has to go back to work. But what was your favorite part of your birthday celebration?
My favorite part was today, going to Ted's, because it brought me back years when my dad used to take me out there. We've already talked about the story, and so it was nice going there, and just I felt like he was with us when we were eating, and it was very nice feeling his presence there. And that's why I really enjoyed today more than when we went to the casino.
Yeah, it was. I almost cried when you did that kiss thing before we left. That was special, and I noticed you got emotional.
Yeah.
So.
And I know my dad is there because when we were in the restaurant getting the food, and I think I've already mentioned this, I was getting emotional, and I felt like I heard his voice saying, this would have been my dad, stop being emotional and just get the food and go enjoy yourself. That's how my dad was. Just go eat. Enjoy your food and go eat. Mangia, manja.
Mangia, manja. Manja means eat in Italian. Eat, eat. Manja, manja. Eat, eat. Come on.
Which I didn't do much of when I was a little 8-year-old kid, 8-year-old kid. I didn't do much of, which is what started this whole Ted's thing.
One thing about Sal's dad, when you would go to Sal's dad's house, or parents' house, when his dad was still here, and you'd go in there and you'd sit down, and he'd bring out some pistachio nuts, or sometimes they would have like different nuts that you could crack, or they would have chestnuts in the winter. He'd bring out like different stuff, and he'd say, come on, eat, come on, eat.
Yeah.
Come on, you want something? You want this? You want that? He was just...
You had to eat something.
He was the most generous host, and he just wanted you to eat or have something.
It's like it made him happy. If you enjoyed yourself, it made him happy.
Yeah. Well, it was nice remembering your dad today.
Well, thank you for, coming with me today. It was very nice. Thank you.
I hope you have many, I hope we have many more happy, healthy birthdays together.
Me too. Me too.
With our boys.
With our beautiful boys.
Henry, I don't know where Henry went. But there's Alexander and baby Seymour.
I told you about the special memories I had of my dad. What kind of special memories do you have of your dad and your parents? Comment and let us know.